Okay, we'll begin now. I'm Jason. Welcome to another edition of Webinar Wednesday. We're very lucky to have Patrick Brunelle with us here today. Patrick is the brand manager here at Brilliant Directories and also responsible for assisting us in knowing what features to release and put on our roadmap. So thanks for joining us today, Patrick. If you haven't yet joined our LinkedIn Marketing Strategy Network, I highly recommend joining the network. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/LinkedIn. It will redirect you to our LinkedIn group page, and this is a fantastic place to ask strategy questions on how to maximize and leverage your directory's performance. Actually, Blair has a topic that was created in the LinkedIn group recently, and we'll cover that topic with Blair, who is one of the attendees joining us here today. And that's just some of the stuff that we can talk about both in the LinkedIn group as well as in the Webinar Wednesdays. And for those of you joining us for the first time, the goal of the Webinar Wednesday presentations is really to answer any questions that you might have about how Brilliant Directories works, the potentials and possibilities, and also to help resolve some simple how-to issues that you might be having if you're trying to configure something but just can't get it right. I definitely want to help you the best I can with those types of questions. And also the rules of engagement here. We're looking for one question per person until everyone has had an opportunity to at least ask one question. That way we can be fair to everyone, and the type of questions that you can ask are really all across the board, from improving the member sign-up experience, how to generate leads and strategies on how to maximize selling leads to your members. SEO strategies are great to talk about and usually create some good conversations there. And also just simple things like designing your site or how to make things work a certain way. So hopefully that'll stimulate some ideas on the type of questions that you have. And last week we did have a contest. I encourage everyone to try to participate in the contest that we hold in the Webinar Wednesdays. Obviously, those who attend the webinar can definitely enter the contests. Barry Walker from the United Kingdom, congratulations. You've won one free Power Plan website, which is a $1,500 value. You can use this website for any other ideas you have, in the future. And just email support@brilliantdirectories.com to claim your free Power Website Plan added to your account. For those of you who have been with us a little longer, that's equivalent to what we used to call the full license plan, is now the Power Website Plan. So congratulations, Barry. And we're going to keep things simple with the contest for this week. We're actually just going to repeat the contest we did last week, and I'll explain to you exactly what that is. If you go to the brilliantdirectories.com website, what you can do is head on over to our support tab, and under the free workshop videos, I'm going to kill two birds with one stone here. This is also where you can find all the webinar replays. So we're still editing the one from last week, but up until March 8th, we have all the webinars we've released starting from January 18th. And for the contest, all you need to do is come on over to the free workshop videos, and you can go to any one of the videos and just leave a comment for us in the comments section under the video here. You can leave a note, you can talk about your website, you can let us know what you'd like to hear in future Webinar Wednesdays, you can let us know what you liked about the Webinar Wednesdays. Any type of feedback is constructive and helpful. And if you just leave a comment here, we will be choosing a random winner next week. And and so you'll automatically enter the prize, the contest to win the prize just by leaving a comment here. All right. And we also have what I think is a really good deal of the week for safety and security. And it's actually a bundle that includes, I think, 3 very important add-ons. One of them is the website activity tracking or log. So if you have multiple staff members, you can actually track their activity that they do in the admin area, as well as your members' activity, who's logging in, who's logging out, who's upgrading, downgrading, who's updating their contact information. So the website activity log is very nice for tracking your member and your other staff members who are helping you work on your site's activity. The next is the bandwidth and storage boost. And what that does is, most of you might not have this issue just yet, but you do have a My Resources tab, and it'll let you know how much of your disk space and monthly bandwidth you've used. So if you do see this getting closer to the red mark, with this add-on, we'll add an extra 10 gigabytes of resources, both to your bandwidth and your disk space usage. So that's included in this bundle. And lastly, we have daily website backups. And we did offer this as a daily deal, a deal of the week a few weeks ago, and a lot of people did take advantage of that. In the event, if your site has a lot of data, if you have a lot of people working on your site, there can be a time where something goes wrong. And when you have the 14 days of daily website backups, it's almost like insurance for your site, where you can restore any part of your site, and there'll be 14 consecutive days of backups in the event of some kind of data failure or someone changes something on your site that they should have. So if you've done a lot of customizations on your site, or your data is just very important to you, which I would assume it is, the daily website backups is just for peace of mind, that you'll have plenty of time to restore your website back to an instance that it was within the last 14 days. So this is a great bundle. It's $25 per month. Just use the promo code webinar70. That will bring that $85 per month price down to $25. So for your site at $25 per month, I think this is just a tremendous benefit for you. And you can go to brilliantdirectories.com/promo. All right, so we're going to begin with the fun part of the presentation, where you guys can ask questions. You can type in your questions. All right, I have the name EB. EB, are you there?
Yeah, so I don't know if you can show this or not, but I saw that you guys use Infusionsoft to do some of your, do, for example, your webinar emails. And I was wondering, we use Infusionsoft in another part of our business, and we're trying to figure out how to integrate it. And I was wondering if you had any examples or stuff you could show us just to see what you guys are doing.
Gotcha. That's a really good question. So let me just show everyone what you're referring to. So Infusionsoft is it is a separate software, and what Infusionsoft does is it lets you track your contacts, email your contacts on a more comprehensive level. It's a little more robust for managing contacts. And what you can do with Infusionsoft, actually just similar to what you can do with MailChimp or Aweber or even HubSpot. These solutions allow you to create forms, whether they're contact forms, application forms, registration forms, and then those forms can be embedded onto any website, your Brilliant Directories website. It could be any type of website. They're meant to be embedded to fill out forms for things like ebook downloads. You guys have probably done that yourselves. So a good solution for that is they are meant to integrate with websites and other applications. What I would recommend is actually heading on over to the marketplace at Brilliant Directories, and you can actually find a developer that specializes in third-party integrations. So you can go to marketplace.brilliantdirectories.com. I'll drop this here in the chat for everyone. And this is a great place if you're looking for functionality that's not necessarily out of the box with Brilliant Directories. You can find some pretty talented people here, and it looks like a lot of people focus on third-party integrations. And you can just contact them through the website and tell them what you're trying to achieve, and they'll let you know if they can do it, and they'll quote you a price. and so on. So I would recommend coming to the Brilliant Marketplace here and finding a developer who can help you out with that.
More specifically, we were kind of curious if it would interfere with anything if you used it, or like if you used Infusionsoft Forms in place of, like, say, where a member actually signs up for a level, or if it's really just useful on, for the emailing part.
Yeah, so that's a really good question. So one of the developers would be able to, let's say someone signs up to your site. This is a registration form for a Brilliant Directory site, but there are ways to pass this email address into your Infusionsoft account with some other metadata as well. So one of those third-party, those developers should be able to integrate a third-party solution that would pass this email to Infusionsoft, for example.
Okay, so it wouldn't affect the database of my directory then?
No, they'd be working in harmony and in sync with your Brilliant Directories website. Great question there. I know a lot of people ask about that. Moving on, Lev, we've unmuted your microphone. Lev, are you with us today?
I am, guys. It's great to talk to you and be on the air here.
All right, great. Where are you calling in from, Lev?
I'm calling in from Lebanon, Pennsylvania.
Okay, great. What's your question for us today?
I was wondering if you guys would be so kind as to take me for a tour through the Claimable business listings.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. Let me think of a site real quick that I can use as an example for you.
I actually purchased the add-on not too long ago. I don't know if you'd be willing to kind of walk me through the process so I can do it from scratch for myself.
Yeah, absolutely. What's your site? We can check it out.
Cleaningconnections.com.
So for those of you who don't know, we do have another add-on. Let me just show everyone where that is. It is called the Claimable Business Listings, and it's exactly what it sounds like. If you're going to import data or preload your site with members, you can utilize the Claimable Business Listing. So when businesses stumble upon their listing on your site, they can claim it, they can pay for a membership level, and they can add more information to that listing. So let's check out your site here. And you have cleaningconnections.com. So do you have member data that you might preload into here or manually add members yourself into here, into this site?
Well, not currently. I mean, I'd be interested in looking at the looking at the different companies in my area and possibly creating listings for them and seeing I mean, if that's the way it works.
Yeah, it's usually you add the members. The members who are going to claim their listing, that data needs to be added into your site in some way, and normally people will import businesses or manually add a set of businesses. But for this demonstration, I'll show you exactly how it works. It's very simple, actually. So let's take this member as an example, Mendez Incorporated Services. Right now, they're just a regular membership level. But what you can do, actually, and let's just edit this membership level here. So when you have the Claimable Business Listing add-on, you'll notice on your pricing page when you want to edit the membership level, for example, business owner, the account type can be set to paid or free, but when you have the Claimable Business Listing add-on, you have this option here that says claim. And just temporarily, I'm going to set this to claim, Lev. And when we do this, if we come back to a member who's part of that membership level and refresh the page, we will notice that now we see a flag here. It says, "Are you Mendez Incorporated Services? Claim this listing to receive referrals from this page." You can obviously change this. I've seen people move this into the sidebar here and make it more prominent. But what the key thing here is you get this button that says Claim Listing. And let me just claim this listing. And then the person can choose a plan. Normally, if you are using the Claim Listing add-on, Lev, you wouldn't have a free option, only because you don't want someone to go in there and start claiming all the listings for free. So usually, the best, you don't have to, but the best practices when you're using the claim listing add-on is to only have paid options. And then when you go to create listing, it knows that you are trying to claim it for this business here, Mendez Inc. Services. And all the person has to do is go through the normal sign-up process, put their credit card information in, and after they pay, they will be redirected to this listing where they can add more information. They'll start receiving the referrals that come from this listing page, and that they'll now this message will now go away because they're not a claim listing status anymore. So in a nutshell, that's how the claim listing works. It's pretty streamlined, and it's a great way to load your site with data. And these pages are really optimized for search engines, so it's just a matter of time before some of the data you've uploaded will start ranking in search engines. Eventually businesses Google their name, or you can email the businesses or reach out to them. Once they see the listing on your site, they will be compelled and motivated to claim the listing because they want to receive referrals from this page or whatever the motivating text is that you use to get them to claim the listing. Does that answer your question?
Well, sort of. So you're saying that they will be searchable on the web. However, they won't be searchable. Will they still be searchable if someone were to perform a search in that area on my directory?
They absolutely will. Yeah, they absolutely will be. So these pages, even though they're claim listings, still work as tools to generate leads for your website. So even though this company has not yet claimed this page, this page is still developing leads for your website. So you definitely want them to be searchable because that's one way another way a business is going to find their listing on your website. So they're going to eventually find them in search engines, but they're definitely going to still find them on your website as well.
So this is essentially gives me an opportunity to create leads for my, create members for myself. I could just go ahead and go through the, through the web and find people in my area or businesses in my area and create profiles for them, and eventually they'll stumble upon it and so on and so forth.
They'll stumble upon it, or you can reach out to them and be a little bit more proactive and let them know, hey, we've added you to our website. We think you're a great provider in this industry, and here's a link. You can claim your listing, and you send them a link to their own profile page. So there's
when I like contacting my claim listings most is when they've actually received a lead. So like Jason said, making them visible so that someone on the public, a lot of times people are going to search by phone numbers, or they're going to search for a specific business and happen to find them on your site. They're going to contact them. That goes into the lead engine for you, and you can then reach out to them and say, hi, I'm calling from Cleaning Connections. You actually have a profile on our website, and somebody's trying to contact you, and I want to send that information to you. We're not charging you anything. It's a free lead. You have their email and phone number. You can get back to them. Hopefully, we're able to get you some more business. And would you mind if I followed up with you in a couple days and see how everything went? They're going to say, sure, that sounds great. Let me just make sure I have the right email address. So I like to take that moment as the real moment to build a relationship. That's a much easier phone call to make than introducing your concept and saying, we created a profile and you can claim it. It takes a little bit longer. Some business owners will get it, and other owners may not be as enticed than if you told them that you actually just sent them some business.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much, guys.
All right, thanks for the great question. So that's with the claim listings add-on that we have, and if you have data you're importing, it's a really good tool, both a marketing tool and to help motivating people to sign up to your site as well.
I actually have a pretty easy question here from Jim, and I don't think we've ever talked about this, funny, in our webinars, and he asked, where can I find out about all the Brilliant Directories updates? Obviously we push a lot of updates, and we're always coming out with new functionality. And I wanted to show him what I think everybody should do that's a Brilliant Directories customer. So here we're in the Brilliant Directories Support Center. Many of you are familiar with submitting tickets, as I know. Also, many of you are very familiar with the Solution Center. But one thing that not many people know about is we do have a forum, and in our forum, we have a topic that's called announcements. And there's something that you can do in the forum that you can't do anywhere else. So if I click on this topic, announcements, you're going to see that there's a button that allows me to follow this particular topic. So if you follow our announcement section, every time we have a new update and we announce it with our customers, you're going to receive an email in your inbox. So you're always going to know if there's something that's in beta launch, if there's something that was just released, if there's a new add-on that's available. For me, this is the best way of staying current with the platform. We even develop detailed strategic roadmaps of the latest updates that we've done over the last 3 months and what the next updates are going to be for the next 3 months after that, asking for feedback and so forth. So I find that following the announcements section in particular, it's only controlled by us. We don't have other people creating topics. It's not going to turn into a spam machine. You'll probably get 4 or 5 emails a month, but that's my personal recommendation on the best way to stay up to date with what's new at Brilliant Directories.
Yeah, that's great. I think we just recently started doing that a few months ago, and it's been really helpful for exactly that, keeping up with our updates and making sure that everyone's well informed. So that was a good question. Thank you. All right, Martin. We missed Martin last week. I'm going to make sure to get to him this week. Martin, how you doing?
Pretty good. I just had some Google-related questions. I was just wondering, is Google Analytics automatically set up on all the pages, or do I have to implement that? And also, I had a question about the robots text file. I was wondering if I'm allowed or if I had the ability to alter that.
Yeah, good question there. Let me kind of show everyone what you're referring to here. So to answer your first question, you can connect Google Analytics to your site. Everyone can do this. And all you need to do is enter it in one place under the settings and then general settings. And then you want to head on over to the configuration tab. And this is where you can enter your unique Google Analytics ID. When you enter this code here, Martin, this will apply Google Analytics to all of your web pages. So that all your pages will be automatically tracked just by putting the Google Analytics ID right here. With regards to the robots.txt, I believe in Google Webmaster Tools, you can actually go to Google in your Google Webmaster Tools and put some custom commands that you want to enter there. But what you can also do, you do have access to your cPanel dashboard and also your htaccess file. So if you're trying to kind of tell Google to ignore certain pages of your site, or you want to block certain IP addresses from certain countries that may be malicious, it does happen with websites, you definitely do have the ability to edit your htaccess file, and you have some options in your cPanel dashboard to give you some control over your traffic and also how Google and other search engines crawl your website. So these would be the areas you'd want to come to, Martin, as well as actually within Google Webmaster Tools you can set, I believe, some robot.txt rules.
And how would I change my AdWords code? I currently have AdWords on my site, I believe, and since I bought it from you guys, I think it's old AdWords, not my code, but how would I implement my code onto it?
Sure. So if you have Google AdWords is Google AdWords is for pay-per-click advertising, correct?
Correct. Yeah, I saw a Google ad on my site. Like I said, I just wanted to see I get credit for it. So how do I put my whatever AdWords code on?
Gotcha. Okay, so you're actually referring to Google AdSense. AdSense is being able to put banners on your site. So yeah, you have full control over your banner ads. That's in the settings area as well. You can go to your design settings for this one. And under banner ad design, well, this site doesn't have it. I'm just going to pause for a moment. This is what I love about Brilliant Directories. If there's an update, your site will always stay online without any interference. All you have to do is click the Run Update button, and any updates for Brilliant Directories or your Brilliant Directory site will automatically be installed to your specific site. So you do have this design settings, banner ad design, and right here you have a few modules, and you can actually choose if it's an image ad. You can upload an image in the URL, or if you have the Google AdSense custom embed code, just select the custom embed code and you can just drop it right into here. Just make sure your display banner advertisements is set to yes, and then you can put these modules in different places around your site. You can use the sidebar manager to decide which ads show in which sidebars of your site. So this is where you would manage your banner ads.
Great.
All right. Any other questions, Martin? Because I know I missed you last week.
I appreciate you calling me too. That was great customer service. I'm sorry I didn't get in contact with you. Like I said, I appreciate the phone call. I appreciate the information.
Yeah, my pleasure, my pleasure. All right, good questions there about Google. Thank you, Martin. And moving right along here. All right, Kevin. Kevin, I've unmuted your microphone.
Hello, Jason and Patrick. How you guys doing?
Good, good. Thanks for joining us today, Kevin.
I have an issue where my leads are automatically sent to my members, and the problem comes when somebody decides to spam everybody on my site. For instance, somebody just hit up 121 people with the same email and selling their product on my site to all my members. Is there any way I can limit the number of times that somebody can hit up one of my members with a query?
Yeah. Do you mind if we check out your site?
edreferral.com.
All right. Give me one moment here. You do have a few options, actually, and let me just head on over to your site. Yeah, so with any form on any website on the internet, sites are simply susceptible to spam sometimes. And actually, with Martin's last question, if you notice, your site is receiving some spam, you can actually block the malicious IP address from your cPanel account. So that way you can.
I put the person in as blocked, but that was after they put in 121 queries to different people.
Gotcha. So I remember we had an advanced setting. I don't know if it's still active. Let me see here. Maximum number of leads allowed with members. We had an advanced setting. Oh, here, maximum lead inquiries per day. Enter the total number of inquiries an individual visitor can submit on a daily basis. So you might want to try this one. I don't remember if this is deprecated or not, but for this exact reason is why we created this in the first place.
Okay.
So give this a try, and if you want, just maybe set it to 3 and try to submit 3 leads yourself, like to yourself or something like that, and see if that works.
Maybe you could put it on 4 for me, something like that.
Yeah, let's put it to 4, and that's exactly what it was. It was to prevent people from spamming your members. They can only send the lead form 4 times. So I hope this one is still working. If not, email the team and get more information on that. The next thing you can do in your lead settings, let's go to your lead settings. And so everyone knows what he's referring to. When a website visitor fills out a contact form to send a message to a member, that's considered a lead. And with some of the lead settings, this inquiry could just automatically go to all your members, theoretically, or a lot of members. So let's see in the general lead settings, we have an option here for direct lead matches. Members receive direct lead matches, and you probably want to set this to pending instead of accepted. I'm trying to think here. Pat?
Well, I want them to get the information right away is the problem. I don't want to have to go into each one and say, okay,
Gotcha. So you do want to set this as accepted. So I would just...
I don't want it to be a delay is the thing.
Right. Yeah, I would just check that setting for maximum lead matches, and that should stop someone from spamming or sending more than the max amount of messages per day to your members.
I think that'll work out perfectly. Assuming it works, I'll give it a shot. So thanks for your help on that.
Okay, great. So the alternative with this one, though, is you could set it to pending and set the lead price to $0. But anyways, I would try that. There's other workarounds to prevent the spammers, but that would be the quick and easy way to test it out.
And then I would have to go into each one and say, okay, this is approved.
Yeah. So
after they request information.
So what you might want to, so what you do is then, I understand that you want it to be more automated, but if you are concerned about spam, then you would want to manually match leads with your members. That gives you a level of moderation rather than automatically matching every inquiry with your members automatically. So if you want a level of moderation, then yeah, you could manually match the leads rather than automatically sending them to your members in real time.
If you look at the lead there, if you scroll down, you'll see the same person was on 4 or 5 pages of hitting up people with her business.
Right, gotcha.
So that's what happened.
So here's the IP address, and you could go to cpanel and block this, or there's a button. There's a button here to block it. So let's do it again.
Unfortunately, it doesn't put in the IP address for you. At least when I do it, you have to copy and paste it. Or go there, it went in, I guess.
Gotcha.
When I did it.
So we just blocked an IP right there. So hopefully your site's a little safer now.
Right. Okay. Thanks.
All right. Great question there. Okay. Good. A lot of questions related to protecting your site from spam. You know, having a website sometimes is like owning a bar. You know, you can't let underage people into your bars, even though they try to get in. And you know, there has to be sometimes you know, a security guard at the door to make sure that the right traffic is coming in, and you have to do the same thing with the website. All right, let's continue with the questions here. Kim, I've unmuted your microphone. Are you with us there, Kim?
I am. How are you guys?
Great, Kim. Where are you calling in from?
I am Carolina Beach, North Carolina.
Okay, great. How's the weather there today?
It's sunny, gorgeous, ocean view, so I'm happy.
I'm sure our
Very
friends,
nice.
Yeah, I'm sure our friends in New York are happy to hear that.
You guys are Costa Rica, right?
Los Angeles and Costa Rica, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, so place I want to visit. Hey, I just want to say first, you guys, that I've been in lead generation for quite some time and been working with like large franchise portals, and the directory itself from Brilliant Directories is really strong. So I love you guys. I think you guys have an amazing support system, and the answers come back fast. And ultimately, for any newbies here, I just want to share that because you have that support and the updates that they manage, you know, it takes a lot of work off your plate and stuff that you wouldn't be able to handle. A lot of times, it's what you know, makes you stop as an entrepreneur. So, kudos to you guys for putting that platform in place.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So, okay, so I made a silly mistake. I initially sent out a claim listing to I had a huge database that I imported, and I work with Luez, who I love. He's great as a third-party vendor. But this is a simple fix, right? So all I really need to do is add claim back in front of the actual real email addresses, so that that's the man. He's great, super positive, love him, does great work, always right on time, and really, really good at what he does.
Yep, Luis is one of my favorites there.
Yeah, he's amazing. But I should, you know, this is one of those things that I need to understand how to do myself, because it's a simple fix in that I had the claim listings originally imported with the real email addresses, and then so they could claim their listing, you can't have a real email address. So that was fine, except for when I implemented the automated emails. If any emails or leads came in for leads that were claimed, then they weren't actually going out. So I made the change back to the real email addresses through Luez. But the thing is now nobody that comes in that I market to on a monthly basis can actually claim their listing. So that was just
I can help you with that.
Cool. That was just a brain fart on my part. I need to put it back to add a claim and email address.
You did the right thing to use the real email address because you do want to be able to send out the leads.
Exactly.
What Jason's going to do is he's going to allow them to use an email that's already in the database to complete the claim process. You definitely do not. If you have a real email address, that's the golden goose, right? That's what everybody wants, are real email addresses. It'd be a terrible shame to lose that valuable data and have a fake email that then would never be able to communicate to the member that is a claim member.
Do you mind if we check out your website?
Sure, go for it. Hormone Wizard. So we do doctors that market bioidentical hormones.
Okay.
And age management. Kind of on the same level as Martin with, I think, ED referral.
All right. So what we want to do is, let me just show everyone what's going on here. And so here's your site, and let's actually look at one of the claim listing members. It's going a little slow here. It's okay. And do you have a membership level called claim level? Yeah, right here.
I do.
Okay. So in a nutshell, what you can do, and this is the problem that she's having. So let's go to this person's profile page, and let's say they want to claim the listing. So this is a member on the site, and she has their name, their address, and their email is in the system as well. When you claim a listing, by default, and I'm assuming I can choose one of these plans here.
Correct.
All right.
By the way, this is something that Louis did for me, customized, which is really nice. Kind of explains the process to sign up.
Okay, these buttons are not working though, as I'm clicking on
Oh,
them.
yeah, I don't know why. It's been a long time since I did that. I don't use the claim listing as much anymore. I was about to implement it again, but I don't know why that's not working.
Okay, let's see if I can. Oh, here we go.
Great.
There we go. I just had to go to the join page here. So this is the page, it'll work. Okay, this is what we looked at before. So, it says I don't want to claim this listing, or I do. Let's go ahead and create the listing. I love this pop-up there. So it knows that we want to claim the Tana Ammon account, but if this person puts their email address in, they're going to get an error saying, please enter a valid email address, because the system by default doesn't let people register the same email address twice. So what I'm going to do is actually going to edit that form. I'm going to go to the form manager. This is a form here, and this is the paid sign-up form. So I'm just going to type in paid, and we're going to edit the WHMCS paid sign-up form. And what you can do under the email there are additional options here under actions, and these give you a little bit more control over your form fields. And I'm going to scroll down, and there is something here that checks the database for a unique value. So it's checking if it's a unique email address or not. So I'm actually going to just delete that and delete this and save the changes. A lot of options here, mainly for developers and stuff here. And you should be, let me scroll down here and make sure it's saved. So actually you should be good to go now moving forward. Let me also do the free sign-up form. Paid sign-up free members, and I'll do the same thing. I'll remove the validation on the free sign-up forms. Normally it is good to have that validation. It does prevent people from using the same email to sign up twice. Normally if someone needs multiple accounts for some reason, if your members are telling you that, that's when you kind of want to get our add-on for multi-listing manager. Right here under our add-ons, and this will allow a member to use one email address but manage multiple listings rather than having to register over and over again with the same email address. So yeah.
that multiple listing manager in the case where I might have a network of doctors where one person manages it. Are they the only person that gets the leads, or could the leads be dispersed individually to my doctors?
They can be dispersed to all the doctors who meet the category and location criteria. So if someone's looking for a specialist of some sort, and that's what the consumer is requesting, the lead can be sent to all the doctors that match that criteria, or you can just have the lead go to the single member who the lead was, the page where it was submitted, the profile page.
Got it.
Okay, but you should be good. You should be good now. So if anyone tries to sign up with the same email address, the system will not stop them and give them that that error message.
That's awesome. So I don't have to worry about changing it because I'm not doing an email on, hey, claim your listing anymore. I've already sent that.
Okay.
Cool.
You should be good.
So if they attempt to sign in, it's not gonna recognize it as a duplicate email. That's fantastic. Thank you.
Exactly. They'll be able to just follow through with the process there.
And then if there is a claim listing, once they sign up, I'll see the activity and just go delete the other claim listing.
Well, what they're going to do is they're going to take over the listing. It's not going to create. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, if someone signs up without going through the claim listing funnel, yeah, you can then delete the duplicate claim listing. But if someone is claiming a listing through the claim listing funnel, they'll just take over that account. They're not going to be setting up a brand new listing.
Yeah, so like in the case where I do newsletter marketing and I can only do one claim listing link, I can't obviously do it individually for each individual link, so that's where that makes sense.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Awesome.
All right, great question there. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, you're very welcome, Kim. Great questions today. Let's see here, Cindy. Cindy, I've unmuted your microphone.
Hello, how are you guys this evening?
Doing fantastic.
Great, thank you.
I too want to say that you guys are absolutely amazing.
Thank you. We really appreciate the feedback. It keeps us motivated, and we really love what we do here. So hearing that, really makes our day. Thank you.
It shows. It shows that you guys are inspired and enjoy what you're doing. It shows. So I actually put two different questions in there, so I'm not sure which one I got my hand picked for. But the first one is, Jason, you had helped, I think it was in the second webinar Wednesday, you went to my site, which is theplace2stay, and that's the number 2.com.
Okay.
And helped me by, on the individual customer profile pages, you made the image link directly to the website.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
What my site does is it's a large hospitality travel site. So I have listings from multiple companies. And with that, what my primary goal is to create a booking for them. So if we go ahead and search by location, let's go to Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
Okay, and then we see that the image would bring us to the customer profile, and view property currently brings us to the same link, so they're duplicating the link twice. I would like the view property to say something book now and have it linked to a reservation URL that I create. Is that something I can do?
That is something that you can do. So you're referring to this view property button here?
Right.
And you want that to say something like book reservation?
Yep, book now.
Okay. And do you want to replace this or have that button in addition to this?
I want to replace that because really view property is what the image does. So if you were to click on the image, it goes to the customer profile page or the customer page.
Yeah.
So does the view property. So it's a double going to the same place.
Gotcha. So I can definitely help you with that. So this is the search results layout for members. These hotels are actually member listings, correct? And so where we're going to go to edit this here is we are going to have to go a little bit into the code, and we're going to go to Content, Edit Post Settings. And we're going to come down to the first one, which is the listing. This is for your member listings. And we want to go to the search results page design, which is the third tab here. And we're going to scroll down. And we're going to see lots of scary code, but I'm going to scroll down here. And the link that we're seeing is actually this one here. It says view and then label listing. So I'm just going to actually change this to, what do you want it to say, book reservation or?
Book now.
Book now.
Because I do both vacation rentals and hotels, and so it's easy if we just say book now.
Okay.
Exclamation mark if possible.
Okay. Just like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
So this is the link here. For those of you not familiar with code, don't get overwhelmed. This is a link to this URL. So this is where it's going to. Right now it's going to user data file name. So what we can do...
What I'd like it to do is to go to the user website, and then I'll control the booking URL by putting it in as a website.
Perfect. So I think we can just change it to website. And let me save the changes. And let's see, do you know if any of these guys have websites listed?
Oh yeah, they all do.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, this is the link here that you've put for their website. So now let's refresh the search results page. And also, because they're leaving your website, I want the link to open in a new tab. So I'm actually going to add a target equals blank, which will, it's telling it to open this link in a new window so they can stay on your site. So let me refresh one more time. And if we click on book now, let's see here, place to stay. Okay, I need to just update one more thing. I need to remove this / from the beginning, and we're good to go. So let me refresh one more time. And now if I click on this link, it opens a new tab, and it's going to whatever you've defined as the website URL for this person. And it looks like it's going to Hotel Indigo.
Yep.
Hotels. So you've now given people a link. And are you using an affiliate link here? Are you getting credit for these bookings? Is that the plan here?
I have direct purchase links, and then I'm hooked up with Priceline and Expedia and Commission Junction, which are all affiliate and OTAs.
Perfect. So yeah, your goal here. Perfect. So your goal here is just to drive traffic to this site and get people to click these links. So they're all working now because that's the template, and we'll click on another one here. So you're all set.
Awesome. All right, wonderful. I have just a suggestion for all you guys. I've been marketing for longer than I'm going to tell everybody because maybe I don't sound as old as I am. But I have had, since I've been going on these webinars with you and you're showing my site, I've had different Brilliant Directory clients call me and talk to me because we're in the same general field. I'm wondering if you already do, or if you guys could implement a network for link sharing and that type of thing. I know there is one for support and a forum and stuff, but I'm actually thinking about more of a Brilliant Directories business network where anybody that's doing, travel or anything, but our markets don't actually collide, so link sharing would be great. And one of them happens to handle camping. He contacted me, and I'd love to be able to send him camping referrals and him be able to send me hotel referrals, because a lot of times people are, if they're going to a hotel, they might want to camp. If they're camping for a while, they might want to stay in a hotel one night and take a shower. So I'm wondering if you guys have anything like that.
That's a really good idea, actually. I think in the meantime, we could leverage the Brilliant Directories marketing strategy group, and we can create a conversation that says, want to share links with other directory owners, tell us about your site and how people can contact you. And, we can create a thread here and we can actually feature it. So that's a really good way for people to share their sites and to kind of exactly what you said, work with fellow directory owners.
Yeah, well, and it helps us all. The more clicks, it's better for SEO and everything, so it helps everybody.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Thank you a ton. You guys are awesome as always.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, Jason, I have a question from John. He doesn't have his mic, and he's asking me, how can I approve reviews before they're sent to my members? So this is an excellent question. This is a new update with Brilliant Directories. It is free for everybody, this particular update that I'm about to show. And basically what he wants to do is if somebody submits a review for a member, and we're going to go ahead and do that right now real quick. All right, so everything is good. So basically, he would like to have an additional filter. Brilliant Directories has always had a setting that allows you to get the members to approve a review or not. But now we've added a new feature that allows you to approve a review before it's ever even sent to one of your members to have that review approved. And I go and I look at the member reviews. You're going to see that we have this new review that was just created on our website, and the setting is waiting for admin. I'm going to show you why it's waiting for admin right now. That's because I went and looked at I went and set this up for that particular level. So this is controlled by membership level. So you can have free members not be approved, not have to go through you, and paid members, yes, because you want to make sure that there's quality control for your paid members, or you can QA all of the reviews that come into your site. In this case, it was a free member, so I'm going to go ahead and click on Edit for the free member settings. And we're going to go ahead and look at the search visibility options. And as you can see with the new review update, you have a setting that allows you to require all reviews to be approved by the admin first. You also have the ability to say if a member can accept or delete a review. So that is giving the control for a member after you've approved it to decide whether or not they want that review to show up on their website. Now, of course, this is always a big business decision as to which direction you want to go. If you give your members the ability to accept and delete reviews, it means you're going to have no angry customers because they're not going to have any bad press. But the negative side of that is if I'm a visitor of the site and I left a review and you don't publish it because it was negative, then you lose the authenticity that you're trying to gain from the public, and that word might get out. So again, it really is a case-by-case scenario whether or not you want to give your members that ability. But going back to the dashboard, as you can see, this review is pending our approval. Because the free membership level is allowed to review the reviews, there's an option for me to send it to the member. So if I go to send this to the member, I'm going to get a pop-up saying that I'm going to be notifying that member via email that there's a review for them to approve and for them to log in. And that email address is going to have a quick link that takes them straight there where they can approve it or not. So if I say, yes, I would like to notify my member via email, then the status is going to be changed to waiting for member approval. But this is still not going to be published on the website until the member has approved it. If I turn off the ability for a member to accept or delete a review, and I'll move this back to waiting for admin. Okay, and again, this is controlled by membership tier. I shouldn't have the option to send it to the member anymore. So now the admin of the website is in 100% control of which reviews get published and which reviews do not get published on the website without taking the members' feedback into consideration. So if I set it to accepted, I'm going to be sending an email letting them know, hey, you have a new review on your profile that's been approved. I'm going to go ahead and click that, and now that's now going to be live on the website. I'm sure some of you have seen a third setting option here, which is member can reply to reviews. And for those of you that are not familiar with that particular option, that is because that is one of the latest Brilliant Directories add-ons, which is the reply to review add-on that gives your members an opportunity to send a rebuttal to the review that was left. So if it's a negative review, your member can send a rebuttal, but if it's a positive review, your member can thank the person that left that positive review. But again, only the reply to reviews is a paid add-on. The ability to have the admin approve reviews, that's a free update for all Brilliant Directories customers. So John, if for any reason you don't see this particular option, you can always ask to have that update installed on your website.
Yeah, I think it's great. You know, in some cases, the listing is working as an advertisement for the business, so they only do want positive reviews there. But in some cases, it is a review website, and you're definitely correct. You want to maintain the authenticity of you know, of good reviews and bad reviews. You can always have a review policy as well. So reviews that you know, go against the policy of the website will automatically be reviewed or can be contested and requested to be removed. Review sites are a great way to generate content. It's a great way to get the attention of business owners, whether they receive a good or a bad review on your website. That's going to get their attention. They're going to want to, if it's a claim listing, they're going to want to claim the listing and, you know, reply to the review. You know, all these add-ons and the free features really work well and in sync and in harmony to give you, you know, all the ammunition that you need and all the tools you need to really incentivize people and businesses to engage with your website. And it's just about how you position your website and your unique selling proposition of what your website's offering, whether it's business reviews or, you know, consumers submitting leads and getting matched with professionals. It's really, the power is in your hands on how you kind of want to spin you know, your website's, you know, what your website is offering to people. So Pat, thanks for going over that. We've recently updated our entire reviews module, and it's a lot more robust, giving everyone a lot more control. All right, Blair. Blair, I've gone ahead and unmuted your microphone there.
Hey Jason, how are you guys doing tonight?
Doing great, doing great. How about you?
Doing great. As you know, through our LinkedIn discussion I started a couple days ago, our site is fairly new. We've been up about 10 days, and we do offer a free level at this point. The issue that came up was we're finding at this point about a third of our members that come in, they're actually providing their email address and a password, get directed to the member profile page, but end up not even filling in their name, any information, and then just bopping around the site. So, you know, we were in some preliminary discussions with you on some possible ideas. I think you had said you might have some kind of marketing type ideas, some of the people in the discussion.
I have a very simple recommendation, Blair, that I see make a huge difference. What is the tier that they're signing up for? What is the level? And if you don't mind, could we go to your website?
Yeah, thestage.com.
All right.
Member level.
And I'll tell you why you're probably encountering this issue and why I love this recommendation I'm about to give you, especially for the free level, because the free level is usually the one that people sign up for the most to get started, and then they get familiar with your platform. But getting them to fill out the contact details form is so critical to get them to upload the profile photo and so forth. I see you don't have a free level, but let's go to the.
Yeah, I don't have it there. I basically, it's a marketing where I link to the sign up page.
Okay, gotcha. So let's this one here, to become a featured music artist.
Yeah, or the one. Yeah, that one. Absolutely, you can use that one.
Okay.
All right, so let's click edit for that one, if you don't mind, Jason.
Okay.
So this very simple tip, and especially when you're on responsive, is going to make a difference. Do you see where it says redirect page after login, Blair?
Yep.
I would change that to account/contact, and then I'd love for Jason to sign in as one of those members. And I want and go into responsive view. If you just minimize your screen, Jason, she should be able to see this. So you can sign up, or you can just log in as a free member, whichever you prefer.
Let's actually go through the sign-up process.
All right. So when you're on your mobile device, Blair, you'll see that there's a little person icon on the left-hand side. You have to click it to bring a certain menu. It's not as easy to understand for a new sign-up what the next steps are. Whereas if you drive them straight to the contact details form, I just signed up. So let's see where it takes us. Hopefully it works. Okay, is that the after? Is there? Can you redirect after sign up, Jason?
Yeah, we did. It didn't go to the right link. It went to account. We just wanted to go to account contact. So let me update that for
Gotcha.
you. Yeah, but let me just refresh this. This is where it would have taken me, and let me make that the correct link right now. It should go just here. You don't need to put the /account. So that would have taken me right here.
Yeah, that's
and this is where someone, if they were directed here,
yep.
they'll start filling out their information right away, rather than let's go to the page I was directed to originally, which was this page, which is the dashboard, but it's not really directing them to do anything substantial.
Yeah, I actually tried that. I figured that out and did contact, but for some reason I didn't. It didn't direct me there. So that is absolutely the solution that we thought would be the best. It doesn't give them any option to kind of look around, get some going. And seeing that.
Let me just double check here. Let me delete the member I just created just to make sure that it's working properly now. With that change that I made, I'll just go ahead and delete this account that I created. And I'll log out.
And I like doing, and Blair, I like using this strategy. Let's say this was a coupons website or a classifieds website. I would like them to be redirected to the add a classified page if it's a classified website.
Sure.
Maybe if they're a paid member, Blair, maybe the page you send them to is to add an audio file or add a video. Maybe you switch it up and you change it so every time they log in, they're directed to another page, which is to add more content. So your higher levels would be taken there. I wouldn't have all of your membership tiers forever go to the contact page.
I spoofed it again. Just got to get rid of the slash here. There we go. Now it should work.
Okay.
We're going to do one more test, and then I just want to leave you on a good note here that it is working.
Right. Yeah, because I think I had the slash in there, and that's why it wasn't working.
It should have worked. This is something I'm going to look into, but I'm just putting the word contact in here now.
Okay.
And we're going to try just one last time, and then I guess we can move on from here. So let's go to the sign up page, and we'll try one last time. And also the email that they get, every time I'm doing this, I'm getting an email to verify my email address. You can obviously edit that email template and really put some motivational text in there to encourage them to go log in and complete their listing and tell them the benefits of doing so. So if we go here,
right, I
go.
actually do that. I do that, and I also at that point in that email template, which was so easy to edit, I put in what their current level is and what the benefits and features are of their upgrade to the next level, and give them a link to immediately upgrade if they want.
Fantastic. So yeah, I just did a test, and it looks like it did redirect me to this page. So you can obviously update this text as well, and but they are taken to a place to start entering information.
All right, so I just do contact without the /, and I'll be set to go.
Yeah, that's what seems, it looks like that's working right now. Just put contact without any slashes.
Okay, perfect.
All right, Blair, thanks for that question.
Great, thank you.
All right, Jason, we are getting close to the limit on time here, so I just want to let you know that. Maybe we can get to a couple more questions here.
Absolutely. Bob, I've unmuted your mic.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Awesome. How you doing, Bob?
Doing great, thank you.
Doing great. Could you go to my site, floridians1st.com? I just added in the homepage divider settings, I added the link on the home page
Okay.
for, you see the 3 buttons like you showed us a couple weeks ago?
Yep, looks great.
Very nice.
I just would like the cashback mall to open in a new window.
Gotcha, gotcha. So to do that, so where Bob edited this, let me just show everyone here, close some of these windows. This is the hero divider, and you can add an icon, a title, caption text, and now you can have a link. And that's in your design settings under homepage layout, and it's the homepage divider settings, and you can choose your icon, your title, your caption, and then your link name. There is no option right now, Bob, to open the link in a new tab. We would have to customize the widget for that, but that's actually not a bad option to add here, you know, open a new tab. So that might be something we would look into adding as an option. Are you set that these are what your 3 links are going to be?
Yes.
Okay, then I wouldn't normally do this, but let me customize the widget, and I will just hard code the open in the new tab, similar to what I did on the Places to Stay site. So let me just edit the homepage hero divider settings. So everyone, if you're not familiar with what I did, I used the show widgets feature, and it tells me exactly which module to edit to take me to the source code, the HTML for that. And obviously it's powered by the design settings, but you do have the ability to, you know, get in here and edit the code. And what I'll do is here's the link for that, and I'm just going to add what I added before, which is target equals blank, and I'll save the changes, and we'll close the hide widgets. And again, that's actually a nice recommendation, Bob, to make those open in a new tab. So this should now open in a new tab, and it absolutely does. That way people stay on your website, but they can still go to the new link as well.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Jason. I appreciate your help. Thank you, Patrick.
All right, great stuff. Thank you so much for your question.
Thanks, Bob. All right. Yeah, let's take a couple more questions here. Greg, I've unmuted your microphone.
Hey guys, I was wondering with emailing and hold on here, let me jump over to my site. If you want to, I don't know if you want to pull up my site, theawakenche.org. For the newsletter sign up. So like if you scroll down towards the bottom of the page, like this is one of those things you guys have built in where there's an option for people to sign up for a newsletter. Is there a way to?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is there a way to create an autoresponder so that I know somebody signed up for the newsletter and so that they also get a confirmation?
Yes, there is. So what Greg is referring to is there is a join newsletter form here, basically. It's an input for an email address. And when somebody fills this out, he wants them and himself to get notified that, you know, somebody's filled this form out and submitted it. So what you can do is head on over to your admin dashboard and go to your toolbox and then go to your form manager. And we're going to look for the newsletter form. So we'll let this page load. You can use the filter here. So we have the newsletter sign up form in the footer. And there's also one for your sidebar, so you can do the same thing here. And I'm going to edit this form. And we can see it's a very short form. It just has an email and the subscribe button here. What you want to do is go to the Actions tab here and go to Edit Form Settings. And these are slightly more advanced options for your forms. But one of the options, the tabs here are Email Settings. So this is exactly what you want, Greg. Send email after submit. We're going to send yes. And then you can choose the email to send to the submitter. Obviously, you can do that in your email templates. You can create one that says, thanks for registering for our newsletter, and maybe even give them another call to action. You know, join us for our next week's webinar, or, you know, whatever it might be. And then you can also send a copy to the admin here, so we'll set that to yes. and then you just put your email address here that you'd like it sent to, you know, Greg at whatever your email address is. And then you can also email a template to send to admin. So it could just be the same email template that you choose. But this is exactly where you want to do that, is under email settings. And it's very common when people fill out the contact form, you might want to also do that for your contact us form. So you have a contact form here. You might want to send a confirmation saying we've received your message and someone will contact you soon.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. Yeah, and then I can throw in a little line. You know, if they're not already a member of our directory, you know, click here or whatever to sign up.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that'd be great.
Absolutely.
Great. Thank you.
Sure thing. Great question. So for those of you who caught us a little late, I just want to let you know the deal of the week is safety and security of your website. If you love your website, if it's awesome, if you have important data, if you've done customizations, if you want to ensure that you really don't lose the work you've done, maybe you have staff working on your website with you, you get 3 amazing add-ons for $25 per month. You get the website activity tracking, a 10 gigabytes of bandwidth and storage boost for if your site's starting to get good traffic, and also 14 individual days of daily website backups that you can restore at any time. This is a safety net. This is an insurance policy for your site, and I highly, highly recommend getting this deal of the week. It's just 25 bucks a month for your website, and you can sleep easy at night and have peace of mind that in case something happens to your site and it needs to be reverted, you'll know who made the changes with the website activity log. You'll be able to restore it with the daily website backups. And with the bandwidth and storage boost, you can make sure that you have enough bandwidth that your website is operating at optimal speed. So those of you who have not done it, just go to brilliantdirectories.com/promo. And then also the contest of the week is super simple. All you have to do is go to the brilliantdirectories.com website, and once you're on the brilliantdirectories.com website, go to free workshop videos under the support tab, and all you have to do to enter the contest is you can click on any of these watch nows and simply leave a comment in the comments section. You can leave feedback about the webinar. You can ask us about topics you want to learn more about. You can let us know what you think of Brilliant Directories. Any criticism that you have is always welcome. And I see some people have already done it, and we'll choose a random winner. This week's winner was Barry Walker. He won a free website added to his account. Just email support@brilliantdirectories.com. So it's a really fun way to win prizes. Deal of the week, highly recommend it. It's an insurance policy for your site. And what we'll do is we'll take one more question here. Let's see who we got. All right, we'll try Steve here. I just want to get one more. Steve, are you with us?
Yes, I am. How y'all doing?
Awesome, Steve. How are you doing?
Doing well. Doing good. Hey, I have a question. It may not be possible, but is there a way to sell individual classified ads? Obviously, on y'all's brilliantdirectories.com, y'all sell a lot of different things besides just membership levels, subscriptions. So is there a way to sell other types of products with a platform?
So with first
features?
Yeah, so first with the classifieds, that's kind of like somebody's a member and then you want them to pay per classified post. The pay per post is, I think it's on our feature roadmap. I think it's one of the features being voted in the community forum, so not just yet. But do keep in mind that you can create any type of, basically consider your products ways to create buy links. So you can easily create a new product, and a lot of people use this to sell digital services or just to collect. They just use it as a way to charge their members or create buy links for any purpose, really. It's not necessarily related to the directory site. So you can create buy links, and you can set them, make sure that you set it to listing searchable on website, set it to no. So if you're just selling something that's not related to your website or has nothing to do with the directory aspect of your website, just create a product with a price, and then you can just set the search visibility to none, to no, so anyone who does purchase this product won't actually be added to your searchable business directory. You're just collecting money from their payments. So there isn't a way to do pay per post, but you can create buy links for different types of things that you want to sell.
Would that create a problem in that would they be prompted to basically sign up again if they have the same email address? Does that conflict?
Yeah, so what you can do is you can utilize the product settings and pretty much set everything to no, and you can redirect them, just like Pat mentioned, the redirect after login page. Just take them to like some kind of a thank you page for their purchase, and you're totally bypassing them from you know, signing up as a free member. They're just going to put their email address and their credit card information, and then they'll be directed to a thank you page upon a successful payment.
Okay, great. But that will still create a new account.
Yes.
As far as the CRM, right?
Yes, that will create a new record in your search members area. So it will create a new record for that person.
But would it? Yes, correct.
So is there a way to manage that? Do we just delete them, or what makes the most sense of managing that process? Yeah,
I would just keep it. In the event of a customer service issue, you can then search the email address and you can see all the purchase history or the different products the person has purchased from your website. So I wouldn't necessarily delete the data, but just know that certain items that are purchased don't necessarily mean that they're going to show up in your searchable business directory. They're just purchasing products from you behind the scenes, and think of their membership level here, or that's created the record, as just a receipt of their purchase with you.
The way I manage it, Steve, and everybody does it differently. When I sell products like banner space on my websites or advertisement or marketing plan, what I tend to do is I put the buttons, the buy buttons, in the dashboard, and then when they click it, it goes into it gives a description. I create a page, of course, and I put a description of what the product is, and I say, what would you like the banner to say? Where would you like it to link to? What industry is this for? So that they feel like this is a necessary step that they have to go through. It then sends an email to me with their email address, and I tell them, if approved, then their credit card will be charged $50. And then I manually charge them in their existing account. So I only have one CRM account in the dashboard, and I can see all their transactional history. When they log in with our finance update, they're also going to be able to see all of their invoices rather than doing it the way Jason said. But it really depends on what works well for you. There's a little bit more work and more steps than what I'm saying, but I do like being able to manage all the billing in a single account.
Okay, yeah, that was kind of my other issue is, you know, how do I look at one place to find all the transactions we've had with them and that kind of thing, so that might help on that side of it. But if I use Jason's method, I'd still have to change that setting so I allow duplicate email addresses. Is that right?
Correct. That's correct.
Okay. All right. Great. Okay. Appreciate that, guys. Thanks.
All right.
All right. Our pleasure.
Good question. Well, everyone, thanks for joining us this week. We're really happy to be with you each and every week, Pat and myself. So if you haven't registered for next week's webinar, remember to register. That way you'll save your seat. And I highly recommend the deal of the week. It's $25 a month, and it just adds a higher level of peace of mind and safety for your very, very valuable data. Thank you again for joining us, and we look forward to catching you in next week's webinar. Have a great rest of the week, guys.
Thanks, everyone.